Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name's Tiana. I do makeup videos from time to time and I might start doing a little bit more. But yeah, so this is the look I did today. It's like a black smoky eye with a bit of sparkle, and if you guys want to see how I achieved it, make sure to keep watching. So let me show you. I'm thinking black smoky eye. I'll start out making it a brown smoky eye, then I might get into the black, and then I'm gonna put like this pigment over the lid. So yeah, stay tuned. So to begin with, I'm gonna use my LA Girl concealer in yellow, and I'm gonna use this as a primer. I also forgot to say, so these lenses, they're from a brand called Ispy Eyes. Honestly, like I find lenses so difficult to get in, but these ones, so comfortable, like relatively easy to put in, and the eye colours are so wavy. So the ones I have in right now, this pair is called olive green, but then they've also got like an even brighter green called like khaki green. I also got sent like some grey ones as well, so maybe next video I'll wear them. So my eye's set, so I'm gonna use like a little brush like this. I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions, and I'm gonna start by like making a brown smoky eye. So I'm gonna go in with some oranges and yellows, darken it with a dark brown, and then on the last hurdle we're gonna make it black. So I'm gonna go into this colour. So whenever I do smoky eyes, I find it so hard like to keep the shadow low, like not go all the way up to my eyebrow, because when you go all the way up, it starts to look just like a bit too intense. So I'm thinking I'm going to keep it quite low, but then near like my brow, I'll put the yellow, and then I'm going to go in with this shade before I go in with this brown one. So I'm still using the same brush, and this is just like a darker shade of the shade before, just to like deepen it a bit. And then just to get rid of like any harsh lines, I'm going to use this like fluffy brush. I think it might be a Real Techniques one, but I'm not too sure. I'm going to use the same fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into this like orangey yellow, and I'm going to put that near the top just to like not make it so harsh. So now I'm going to go into the dark brown. I think I'm going to also use another dark brown from a different palette, and I'm going to go in with this brush. So I don't know if the camera's picking up, but where I'm patting on this dark brown, I'm getting like a bit of fallout underneath my eye. But it's okay, because the way I do my makeup, I haven't done my concealer or baked yet, so we can just clean it up. I'm going to go into a different brown. I'm going to use this Huda Beauty palette, and I'm going to use the shade Oud. This one? I think I'm pointing to it. Yeah, that shade. Okay, so a little bit darker. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing here, but I mean the plan I told you before, in my mind and when I said it out loud, it was making a lot of sense. So let's see how it goes. I mean, I think it's going okay. I'm going to use this same fluffy brush to buff out the brown so it's not so harsh. Okay, so I'm going to clean up this fallout a little bit. I'm just going to use my foundation brush and just swipe underneath. Looking like I got a black eye or something right now. I think it's time to to go in with some black. So I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, and I'm gonna use the shade Noir. So this shade. And we're gonna see what happens. Normally I'd go ham picking it up, but you know what, on this occasion we're gonna tap it off a bit because black is dangerous. It's a dangerous eyeshadow to play with. I'm placing it on very cautiously. So for now I'm just gonna pack it on and then I'll neaten it up in a little bit. As you can see, there's a bit of fallout going on, but not to worry. We shall clean that up. I'm also going to go in with like a smaller flat brush, just so I can get into the corners. Okay, so I cleaned out the fallout, and I'm going to go back in with this like fluffy brush that I used to blend out all the colours, and I'm going to try and blend out the black a bit more just to make it a little bit more tidy. Okay, so I blended that out a bit more. Where I blended it out, I kind of lost the pigment on the lid, so I'm just going to put that back. I'm going to go in with a brush as well. And to be fair, this doesn't need to be that neat anyway because we're going to go in with the black glitter. So I'm going to use the NYX glitter glue. I'm just going to put that all over my lid. And then I'm going to go into this. It looks like an iridescent black, but we shall see. It's not, I think it's like a pressed glitter as well. It's not loose, but I think you still need glue. Okay, so that's what it looks like. I think I'm just gonna put lashes on. I don't think I'm gonna do liner. Mascara first. This time I'm also gonna show you guys how I put my lashes on. So firstly, I grabbed the lash with a pair of tweezers, and then I put the glue on. I used duo glue in black, and then just put it on. I mean, you only need a thin layer, but I put a thick one on, so that's the first lash done. And then wait like a minute or two for it to dry. Not like fully dry though, just get tacky. Or if you're impatient, you can just like wave it around and blow it like how I do. Okay, so they're tacky now. Just give it another blow just for luck. That sounds absolutely terrible. Okay, so now we put it on like so. So I kind of like look into a mirror and put it on. I put the middle down first and then like I adjust the corners. And then once it's on, then you like squeeze it together with the tweezers. I'll show you. Ooh, okay, so I guess they weren't on because okay, yep, so that was an absolute flop and a half, but let's try again. We go again. It's proving a little bit harder than I thought. Normally I don't struggle this hard, but I think perhaps doing it under like on the camera is just it's that pressure. Okay, so it's on. It's on. It's finally on. Okay, let's put the other one on before the glue dries because that took so incredibly long to do that one. And then just put some more mascara on to just bond the two. Cool. So now we can get started with our under eyes. So I use LA Girl Pro Concealer, or LA Girl Concealers underneath my eye, and I use the shades Pure Beige and Yellow. Now I'm going to go in with the yellow one. I just use this one to brighten it up really, because I like a really super bright under eye, and this really helps. And if it's a little bit too bright, doesn't matter, because when you put on the banana powder or whatever setting powder you use, it kind of just like tones it down a little bit, so it's not too bright but still bright enough. And then just to make sure that's all blended in, I'll go back in with my foundation brush and just go over it lightly, just to make sure. And then we are going to contour, and this time in Toast. And on the nose as well. You know what, maybe on the jaw, why not? Use my foundation brush to blend that out. And just try and blend up. Then I'll go in with my two setting powders. So I use this one, Sacha Buttercup, and then I use the Beauty Bakerie yellow powder over the top. So we'll begin with the Sacha one. Just put that one everywhere, just literally everywhere. So under the eyes, on the chin, here, forehead, and then also contour your nose with it. And also to carve out your cheeks. And then I'll go in with the yellow Beauty Bakerie powder, and this is just to brighten my under eye up again. That's the setting powder all done. So we're going to begin by brushing off the cheeks, forehead, chin, and then lastly the under eye, so they have the longest time to bake. And then for the last of the shadow, we're going to put some underneath. So I'm going to go in with Oud from the Huda Beauty palette, and then Noir from the Sultry Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. And I also put some setting powder underneath, just in case we get some fallout, because my face makeup's done now, so if we get a fallout, oh, it's going to be a bit of a sticky one. Okay, so as you can see, we got a bit of fallout because we put the powder. It's alright, it doesn't matter, it's fine, we caught it. I'm also going to put some black liner in my waterline, and then I'm going to wipe off the powder as well. Okay, so I finished wiping that off, and I also put some black in my waterline. So now I'm going to do some highlight, do my lips, and then we'll nearly be finished. So for highlight, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty highlight in Hustler Baby. So this one, and this is what it looks like. And then I'm also going to go over the top of that with Super Shock Shadow from Colorpop in the shade Cattitude. So firstly with the Fenty Beauty. And then I'm going to go in with this one. This just makes it like super glittery and a little bit more gold, because the Fenty Beauty one's more, it's like kind of pinky, but in a good way, but then this one just makes it a little bit more gold. And especially like on the tip of your nose. Okay. Also forgot to put a bit of bronzer on, so I'm going to bronze using the Beauty Bakerie palette in the shade Deja Brew. Because the eyes are quite dark, I feel like we can go a bit more heavy on the bronzer and contour. And then for the lips, I'm just going to use a nude. I'm going to use a Maybelline nude for my lips. This is what it looks like. It's called Hot Vivid Lacquer in the shade Unreal. This is like the perfect nude for my skin tone. And you only really need one swipe, like there's so much product on just like one swipe of it. And then here we are. So this is the finished look. It's quite like different from what I normally do, but I thought I'd try and do something different. It's like little sparkly smoky eyes. So if you guys liked it and you found my video helpful at all, make sure you like, comment, and be sure to subscribe. And I'll be back really soon with another video. I think I might do like a get to know me tag, or just like more of like a chit chat one. So see you guys soon.